about our living situation.
Hugging.
Want Mom and Dad to hug?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like the energy is just shifting. We got some previews back of the photos. It's the little things. Maybe that's how I know that I'm getting older. I'm very grateful. I'm very tired. But you guys, the timing.
First things first, I need to fix my hair.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live. This morning has a clear light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a wreck. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to live.
Oh, hello friends. So a couple life updates. I did it. I chopped it. You guys were right. This is an extremely freeing experience. I'm still figuring out just different ways that I like to wear it. When it's freshly washed, I kind of just wear it down and I just flip through it a little bit. We definitely went more bob than I initially expected, but I did tell her if it went above my shoulders that I wasn't scared of it. And so when she started cutting, she found that the healthiest hair, she wanted to get up to the healthiest hair, was slightly above. So that's what we did. I got a little bit freaked out, but hair grows back, and then it ended up being, honestly, the best length. I feel so light and I feel so free. I don't know why it took me so long to just chop the dang hair. I'm not one to style my hair in the morning, so anything that I'm figuring out has to be literally like 3 minutes or less. So I like the half up type of vibe with a little ponytail, and then I've got little clips that I do for a half up as well. But yeah, overall obsessed. If you guys were on the fence about just chopping your hair, if you're postpartum or you're just on the fence in general about chopping your hair, do it. it's probably gonna be a really good decision actually. But I went risky because I literally had this hair appointment the day that we were doing the family photos that I talked about in the last vlog. The family photos ended up being moved to the next Tuesday, but they were originally on the same day, and so I was really going for it. I was like, if I hate it, these are this year's family photos, with Annie being almost 2 years old. So crossing my fingers, hope I love it. But I did end up going with the dress that you guys voted on in the comments on that one. I think I did the Quince haul in that video, and I was between two dresses, and I loved the one that you guys ended up loving the most. We got some previews back of the photos, and it just photographed so well, but also just the photos themselves. I'm so excited to see all of them. If you guys are in, I would say, the Portland area, she goes all over though. Her name is Jen Darling, that's her brand. I'll leave her Instagram linked below, because she just opened up another tier of her photos. She's had only 2 tiers before, like packages, and then she just opened up another one. And she has been photographing us since our wedding. So she's photographed our wedding, she's photographed our bump photos, our newborn photos. When Annie was 10 months, we got photos done, and now this year we got photos done, and we always go to her. And they're incredible. They're incredible. We're so happy with them. Another life update since I last talked to you guys is about our living situation. And I have two major updates. One major, one maybe major. I don't know in this moment sitting here right now. So can you guys tell by now that I'm the nervous laugher? Like if something's like, oh, I don't know, it could be really bad, it could be really good, I'm not sure. You just gotta laugh about it. You just gotta laugh about it. That's how I feel good about any situation that's happening. But the big update, the really good one, you guys know that at a certain point, our landlord officially extended our lease until the end of summer, until September 1st. And that gave us the whole summer to be in the place that we fell in love with, the place that we've been for almost 6 years now. And me being the summer loving girly that I am, and wanting to enjoy Annie this summer in all the places we know, I was so excited to just have this summer. But we always knew that the overall plan for our landlord when we first moved into our place was that eventually she was going to sell her home in order to move into the unit that we're in, that she owns. And so this is the year that she had decided that that was the last winter last year that she wanted to be in her house, so she wants to sell her house this year in order to move into our unit. Well, this girl has been manifesting hard at work, because not only did we end up getting until the end of the summer when we originally were supposed to like move out in April or something of this year, but she recently randomly decided to actually keep the unit that we're in as her investment property, meaning that if we wanted to sign another lease, we could. We could stay in our home if we needed to. And I was so excited. I was like, yes, let us sign it, because the other really great thing, and we're really good friends with her at this point, and she's so great, and she wants to work with us because she knows we're looking for a home as well, is that she needs the lease signed for the building and for, you know, logistics and things like that. However, it can be a month-to-month situation. So if we find a house at any point, she would work with us. There wouldn't be any extra fees to break the lease or anything. So it really is just best case scenario. We're so excited. But right now it's August. We would sign the lease sometime in September, if I recall correctly, because the lease itself would start sometime in October. But you guys, the timing. My mom sends me a house the other day. She just innocently texts me a house, and it had been up for like 8 minutes or something like that. And I won't go too far into detail in this vlog because things are so up in the air. Things are so in progress right now that I'll be recording another vlog for if it works, if it doesn't work, etc. So you guys will see what happens eventually anyway. But just know that there's some sort of things going on in progress. And like, if the timing of everything were to work out, I'm sure it would fall literally right in line for when we were supposed to sign a lease, but we might not be signing a lease. So that's been crazy. On that note, I feel like life has just been moving 1,000 miles an hour. I felt that way when we were looking at that other house that you guys know fell through. There is just truly so much that goes into buying and or even getting to the point of knowing what offer you want to make depending on what house it is. I have had so many things and so many people to call and like so many different people to like connect and or to-dos to do and homework, and like that on top of our already extremely packed days. Like our days, I love them so much, but we really do thrive on a schedule because we have to. I work part-time, my husband works full-time, we don't have daycare, so we manage all of those things ourselves, and the way that our days are structured is exactly how we do it, right? Sometimes I'll wake up a little early to get work done before Annie gets up and I have her, and then she goes down for a nap, and then I do all my work that I can in that time, and then Jack takes her and I get all my work done. That's how we can do it. It's just very, very tight, but it like works for us. That's how we can do it. When you introduce some sort of house situation on top of a schedule that can't add on anything else, essentially, it gets really hard. Can you see the bags under my eyes right now? Girl is tired. There's just been a lot of early mornings, whether it's early morning wake-ups of like, oh, I forgot to call this person, or oh, I forgot to do X, Y, and Z, or like, oh, what if this is a problem, or whatever. Or early morning wake-ups to do extra things because I have to do X, Y, and Z in the middle of the day for said house situation, and then work late into the night because I had to do those things, you know? And I say that with a lot of gratitude in my heart to even be able to be entertaining, you know, a possible house situation. So I'm very grateful. I'm very tired, but hopefully the really big crux of it might be ending soon, and I'll get to tell you guys more all about it. But right now I'm sat in the Trader Joe's parking lot. I don't usually come here for grocery shopping, and I'm not here for like a full grocery shop, but it is a great place for little snacky items, specialty items. Their fall items are just to die for, in my opinion. And I will say, if you are expecting what we did, instead of making all of the freezer meals ourselves, we just like ran out of time to do that because we wanted ready to go meals once our baby came. And once I was postpartum, we ended up actually just going to Trader Joe's and stocking up on freezer meals. Their freezer meals are extremely reasonably priced, and so I looked up like the Hall of Famers and what people really loved, and we just got a bunch of those, and that worked for us so well. We got their lasagnas, we got pizzas, we got their mac and cheese, we got burrito bowls. There was like healthier things, comforty things. It was so great, and we ended up just going back and restocking once we ran out when we were postpartum. I believe the entire haul was like $100-ish, and it lasted us weeks of postpartum meals. So highly recommend if you don't have the time to make your own meals. But those are the only things that we've really used Trader Joe's for. But I'm here because Jack's sister, my sister-in-law, is in town with her kids, so our nieces, Annie's cousins, and they come in town once in a while for an appointment that they have up here, but today's the day. So I thought I'd run in and get like iced coffee, some cream, so that we could all have iced coffees and stuff when they get here. They're getting here like around 3-ish or so. Perfect coffee time. And then they have like the perfect frozen hors d'oeuvres just to like put in the oven real quick, and some snacks for the kids. I could get all of that stuff, and I know it's gonna be delicious from Trader Joe's. So let's go. I just heard on the radio that the world's youngest or smallest preemie just turned 1 year old. I guess he was born like 10 ounces or something, and every single doctor that looked at the situation gave him like a 0% chance of survival. And he fought, and his doctors and nurses obviously fought with him, and now he just turned 1. And that's really freaking cool. But I just pulled up to my absolute favorite beach. It's Higgins Beach, if you're ever visiting kind of the Portland, Maine-ish area. And I always, if it's around lunchtime, which it has been throughout this summer, I'll tell you like my little beach hack with a toddler child type of situation, but I always stop at Indy's Sandwiches. If you're coming off the main highway, it's like right on the way, and their sandwiches, I just try them. Just look at the menu and you'll see for yourself. They like have classic sandwiches, but they always put a slight twist on it to just elevate it a little more, make it a little more special, and it really does. Their to-go packaging also, I know this might not be like such a big deal to people, but they just take such care in packaging up their stuff, and the sandwich is just always so nice and intact. It's the little things. Maybe that's how I know that I'm getting older, but I got the Mother Goose cold. You can get these hot or cold, and pretty much all sandwiches you can get them hot or cold, and I'm opening it now because I'm starving and I simply cannot wait. And this is turkey provolone, tomato, is that spinach? No, it's arugula, but there's a balsamic and pesto type of component to it too, and that's what makes it incredible. Sometimes when I'm vlogging and eating in the car, I get so wrapped up in my food that I forget that I'm vlogging, and I'll look up and the camera's been rolling for like 10 minutes and I thought it was just me and my food. But if you guys didn't know, I'm a huge beach girl. I love a good beach. I wouldn't say like full day necessarily, but I can spend several hours at the beach just staring out into the waves, people watching, soaking in the vibes. I've always been that way, and so when I had a baby, and especially initially when I had her, or her first summer, which was last summer, it was just tougher to get to the beach and kind of spend it the way that I love deep in my soul. She definitely brings a lot of sweetness to the experience, but it's just a completely different experience, you know? And she didn't vibe with the beach actually at first, which was a little devastating to me. But this summer, the first time we took her, she actually was really intrigued. At first she wasn't super into it, but then she really wanted to see what the waves were all about. So it's fun, but it's definitely just a different experience, as you guys can imagine, or if you have kids, you totally know. So what I've been doing to fill my beach girl cup is on the weekends, if it's a nice weather weekend, we spend the morning together, all together as a family, but as soon as she goes down for a nap, I dipset roll bounce and I find myself at the beach, and I at least have like 2-ish hours to spend at the beach before I want to get back to spend the afternoon with them, or Jack just offers to take her a little bit more into the afternoon when she wakes up from her nap, and that's how I get literally the exact same beach experience that I always love and crave. It's just sans Jack, you know? So that would be really nice if we could all just like vibe at the beach together and kind of relax, but that's not the season we're in. Before I came here though, I drove by the property that I was alluding to yesterday, or 2 days ago, I don't even know. This week is just such a blur right now. And I also drove by it last night. I'm a psycho. I'm hoping that my psycho-ness is just steering anyone else that's looking at it away, but I'm also kind of trying to gauge if other people are looking at it, you know, like just kind of seeing who's at the house, what's the activity around the house. And both times, Friday evening and Saturday mid-afternoon or just early afternoon, no one was there. I will be driving by again potentially sometime today and definitely tomorrow morning. But even with everything going on right now, and it's all really great things, it's just super busy. I feel like this whole summer has been that theme, honestly, in the past few vlogs, but it's all good stuff. I feel like the energy is just shifting. I do. I feel like at the beginning of the year when Jack and I set our intentions or our goals or things that we wanted to see happen, we were so specific, and it was really only like 2 items. But the thing is, those 2 items that we like collectively wanted to see happen just slogged the entire first half of the year, maybe even a little bit beyond it, and there wasn't no movement on those 2 things. It was just like we'd make some progress on one, think it was gonna happen, and then 2 steps back, 1 step forward, oh, it might, we were getting really close, and we didn't get the house, like things like that. And it was getting really frustrating, but it also was kind of a sign to us that we are doing the right things. We're getting close, it's just going slow, things are gonna happen for a reason. We just don't see what those reasons are yet until they're gonna happen, and we'll be like, oh, okay, that's why this didn't work out, because this needed to work out, you know, that type of vibe. But I'm feeling that energy shift. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling things shift underneath the surface. You know, those tectonic plates of our lives, they're doing their little thing. And I think some really great things could be coming soon. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to sit in that for me, but I think it's positive. It feels good. It doesn't feel dreadful, you know? I don't know. I hate to be so vague, but I promise I will talk about literally every single detail, as I always do, when it's time to talk about every single detail about these things. So, but in all of that busyness, this week the temperatures just plummeted here in Maine. It like was a heat wave for a minute, and then the next morning we woke up and it was basically fall. I was literally cold, but then it's about 80 degrees right now, 75. Feels warm with the sun. And so I don't know when the next or last beach day is gonna be, so you kind of have to take advantage of it. And if this is it, I'm soaking it in no matter what. I'm gonna read my book. I'm reading, was it Wildfire? It's the next book after Icebreaker. And I remember looking at that book, Icebreaker, thinking like, oh, this is just a little teen romance type of vibe. Like, there's no way I could be into something like that. I was obsessed, okay? The characters, the banter, the right amount of spice. I was obsessed, and I tried to read another book after Icebreaker just to kind of give myself a little break from the series. I didn't want to dive right into the next book, and it just wasn't as good, and I was literally thinking about the next book after Icebreaker the entire time. So I downloaded it, and it's incredible. It really is. I've blown through a few chapters, and it's so good. So all that said, I think this is our last beach day, my last solo beach day, at least in these temperatures of the season, and I'm gonna treat it as such. So thank you guys for coming along on this little life update vlog. I appreciate it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure to do so down below, because things are shifting. I'm feeling it, and I can't wait to fill you guys in. So make sure you're subscribed. Follow my Instagram and my TikTok if you want to stay up to date with more real-time updates. I love you all so much, and I will catch you in the next one, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye.
Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life?